Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. You know what I'm going to say. I say that every time when we come back, and we've already jumped into segment number 3 here. Appreciate Brad Lockwood, the president of Buck Coolers and Viper Archery Products, and their new sweepstakes, Viper Archery Products called Cabin Fever. If you go to their website, use the promo Cabin Fever, you're going to get 20% off all their great archery products. First Saturday, Dave Gabbert is here. Not here, but he's on the line from Lexington.
I'm on my deck.
You're on your deck.
Watching the sunrise.
Watching the sunrise. And Gene Smith's on his deck. He's up on his roof on the second floor of a vacant lot, he said. So,
with your last guest a while ago, we was talking about the kind of the evolution of archer equipment.
Yes.
What was the first bow you ever shot?
Mine was a compound bow. I mean,
yours a compound bow?
Yeah.
Mine was way back an old Browning recurve called a Wasp.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
No, mine was a compound bow. I had to put my foot down on it to pull it back, but we've got
a little Brave.
You had a little Brave, yeah. That's a Red Rider like thing,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, we really. All right, I know the young man listening on the line right now is taking this all in. He has no idea what a little Brave is, or maybe some of the other things. But I told him we were going to utilize him a bit because he does love to hunt, and that's John David Santi, right out of Memphis here in Christian Brothers High School, Ole Miss. And good morning, John David.
Good morning, Mr. Larry. How are you doing?
I know that you've been to Florida, right? You've been to Florida.
Yes, sir.
Did some fishing down there, right? Did you do some hunting?
So I went down there, and so this was back in the beginning of March.
Yes.
Before the coronavirus.
Before it all happened, yeah.
Yes, sir. So I went down to South Florida. I was in the Everglades, and I was actually fishing with a good buddy of mine who guides down there. His name's Josh Chekarowski at Mooncast Anglers, and I actually guide with him in the summertime out in Idaho. So I was able to bounce down there for a few days and really experience the Everglades National Park and that fishery. And then from there, I hopped in a rental car and drove north and met my little brother, who was actually on spring break at the time.
Okay.
And we knocked down 2 Osceolas.
There you go. Yeah.
Headed back north and got ready for the Mississippi opener that Saturday. So it's been full steam ahead since the beginning of March.
Yeah, tell me what's it been like in Mississippi. I always think they start too early. I used to buy that first week license because I couldn't afford the rest of the season, so I'd buy that first week license, and most of the time I had cattle running all around me. But what have you heard from Mississippi as far as their season since they start so early?
Well, I do most of my hunting here in North Mississippi, and if you want my opinion on it,
yes, I want your opinion.
I personally think the seasons in Mississippi should be split in 2 zones, north and south.
There you go.
The Grenada line.
Yeah, we didn't discuss this, did we, beforehand? No.
No, and I really think our turkeys up in the northern part of the state are a lot further behind than the south end, and to me, it doesn't seem feasible to manage the population accurately given the differences geographically. But starting out the season, we saw what we normally do. Big flocks of turkeys, gobblers still flocked up.
Yeah.
Not gobbling a whole lot.
Nope.
But I was able to find a hot 2-year-old, I guess, about a week into the season, and about 9:15, he gobbled on his own, and 10 minutes later he was flopping. So,
well, that to me, and Dave, we can talk about this because I know we don't start till today, April the 4th. Right. Arkansas does not start until like April the 11th or something along that line because Arkansas has had turkey problems. But Tennessee is such. We talk about Memphis to Johnson City, wherever it's closer to Washington D.C. and Johnson City than it is to Memphis to Johnson City, and but the turkey situation is so different for us in Middle Tennessee. I'm not sure how many turkeys there are in East Tennessee. There's a lot of two.
There's several counties in East Tennessee that produce a lot of turkeys. Greene County, Hawkins, all up in there.
They didn't used to.
But no, they didn't used to, and but it's like John David was talking about. It's surprisingly, like, well, in the last 10 days, at my place, how much the vegetation has really come out and the weather's changed. But but I could come down to your place in Memphis, Germantown down there, and just if from north to south, you're probably I would say 40 miles below me if you drew a straight line.
Yeah.
And y'all are 2 weeks ahead of me.
Well,
and
and
then you go to North Mississippi, you'd be a month ahead of it.
Yeah, and I think John Dave, you hunt Benton County? Is that right? Normally?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
well, I'm kind of all over the place. I bounce around between Benton County, and I hunt quite a bit of public land. Actually, hunted some public land last week, and called up 2 birds, and a buddy of mine shot one of them. So that was pretty awesome. So, but like I was saying, compared to I kind of consider our season here to kind of fall along with this West Tennessee area. So
yes,
just now starting to see these gobblers break up from the hens, starting to see a few hens go to nests, and actually jumped my first hen of the year. Don't really like to do that, but jumped a hen off the nest yesterday. It's really the first one I've seen. So
you're getting me excited now because I can't wait to. I know I'm getting a late start today by going in after the show. You're going to probably go after the show, but the birds. I'm thinking and I'm seeing some great pictures. I think there's renewed interest in just getting out of the house. I think we're going to have and Dave and Gene, who has grown up in Shelby Forest, where is the home of turkeys for the state of Tennessee. You remember, Gene, when we were trapping those birds?
Oh, yeah. One time, Rick and I brought back 17 birds from Jackson up that way.
Yeah. I mean, the birds that are in Middle Tennessee, where there are tons of birds, all have their roots in West Tennessee. If, the TWRA stocking program, and Dave, in your career, you know that. I
shot the net over a many a bird, and to me, that's really one of my pet peeves. I think the agency ought to still be moving birds.
Still moving birds, yeah. And
I think they still need to be moving birds.
What'd you say, John David?
I've kind of toured around up in that area in Shelby Forest here the last few years, and yes, it's an extremely difficult place to hunt. But I think out of everywhere in the Mid-South here, to chase them, those Mississippi River bottoms are hands down my favorite.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Something about it.
That's Steve Turpin and all the other ones, but Dave's got a good point there. They need to get some birds in Middle Tennessee and bring them back home. I
agree. Well, we've had some pretty hard floods the past few years, so that hasn't helped. So
right now, I mean, the river's at 34th, way over flood stage 2 feet, I think it was on Thursday, and so. This is like Dave and Gene. This is Gene? This is at least the 3rd flood we've had already this year, Gene. I mean,
right, and also it's going to hurt the nesting also.
Yeah, the poult counts, and I think they do those. When do they do those, Dave? Poult counts.
They'll do them throughout the summer, usually starting usually June, July, and August. When we used to do the poult counts, and
so any of those birds. Yeah, any of those birds that are Shelby Forest birds. And of course, I play. You and I both play golf. I love to play the Forest Hill Golf Course. I love to play in that area, which used to Marietta, which used to be Big Creek, and I can't tell you how many times I've played there in the spring at Forest Hill, and the turkeys are gobbling everywhere, But then the floods will come.
Right.
And then you won't hear them. But, again, we're talking to John David Santi, and I've got to ask you, John David, a bit. We're in this early April season, and we go to May. So are we – what's prime time, you would say, for the Mid-South?
I'm going to say, I was actually a pretty big fan of Tennessee pushing their start date back a few days this year. I think it allows a few more hens to get bred before the season starts. And I really think in our area, April 4th to, the 20th is
there you
just
go.
prime time.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you still plan to spend your summer out west this crazy season? Now, I don't know. You really can't.
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air at this point. We're waiting to hear what's going to happen. But as far as the lodge, the lodge is planning a full steam ahead. We actually really haven't had any cancellations quite yet, but it's definitely an interesting time to be in that business.
Oh yeah,
we'll
Fly Fishing Adventures, Teton Valley Lodge. Is that right? Is that it?
Yes, sir.
In Driggs, Idaho. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And Driggs is close to what? Drags? What is that?
So Driggs is just over the Teton Mountains from Jackson Hole.
Man. Wow.
So it's about an hour and a half from Idaho Falls and about 45 minutes from Jackson Hole. So it's a pretty spectacular place.
Yeah,
and I've been lucky enough to really cut my teeth out there and really experience the West. So
I'd like to get out there. My teeth have already been cut, so I don't need anything else like that. John David, thank you, man. We'll stay in touch and send those pictures of little birds, okay? That excites an old man, okay?
Maybe you can.
I want to be with you
soon, and we can go get after.
I want to, buddy. All right, appreciate you. Take it easy.
Nice to talk to y'all.
If your teeth get just a little older, you'll be able to just take them out and put them on your bedside table.
Yeah, thank you. John David doesn't need to hear that. All right.
Y'all have a good day.
See you, John David. All right. Okay. All right, Gene.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. John David Santi, nice young man from right here in Memphis, from Ole Miss and Christian Brothers, and fly fishing guide in Idaho in the summer. How about that?
Wow. What a job.
That's pretty cool. Okay, Gene, it's time again. You got me another one?
Oh, yeah. My brother-in-law had to shoot his dog.
Oh, no. Your brother-in-law had to shoot his dog.
Yeah,
okay.
I asked him, I said, was he mad? He said, well, he didn't like it.
Oh, boy, this is going to be good.
That's a little dark.
That's two down, and I don't know if we can make it. Yeah, woof, woof. We'll try to make it to the third one if it all goes right. Okay. All right, let's take a break. Shelby McCall is taking care of me.
And she cracked me up.
She cracked you up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
she cracked you up. Yeah, you better watch it now. All right. Let's take a break. You guys hang on. I'm going to come now and talk.
I'm going to go get another cup of coffee.
Yeah, get me one for me, too. We'll be right back.